Oh, hallelujah.
Yay. Oh my gosh, guys.
Hallelujah.
It's never a hangout with us unless something goes wrong.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. This big girl just had to run up and down the stairs like 5 times to bring every piece of that up here. This is how much you guys better appreciate, okay?
You know we love you all. We just like bend over backwards. We just are crazy.
I got my exercise for the week. That's it. You know, I don't exercise, so this was it. I was sweating bullets and had to pull myself together before I got on here. But I wanted to show you this. Oh, I know you guys can see the altar in the background, which is the one nice thing about being up here was that I wouldn't have to like keep moving the laptop so that you guys can all see your candles. They are burning beautifully. Not one of them went out when I was running up and down the stairs, and I had to make one of them went out. I was shocked. Look how bright they are. They are on fire. Like they are just
awesome.
And then these, look, my husband just came with these. You know, these for me.
Oh, you're Oshun, aren't they?
Oshun, but look how big, guys. Look how big this is. It's so big that they had
it looks like a staff
in newspaper. Yeah. Oh, and I have my staff. You know, these guys asked to come on the altar at the last minute. I was like, why are you asking me at the last minute? But so this is what we're working with today. This is Whirlwind Tao, and wanted to be on here very last minute. And then I have my shaman. I love this, guys. This is so beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. But this is suede, and look how they braided it. I mean, it's just stunning with the 3 amethysts.
Gorgeous.
So, absolutely beautiful. And then, so the staff was made by a friend of ours, Stasha Erickson. And then I was not going to leave this on here, but it was meant to stay on the altar.
Awesome.
It's hand drawn by pen by Belinda Cleveland. So if you're interested in anything like this, it's cardboard, folks, but I don't care. It's just stunning. And we have the Eye of Horus right there in the middle. And one of our people would love that. I know it. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a prayer that I wrote and channeled just for today. And then oh, I better turn that off. So this is just a rough estimate of what we're going to be doing. Opening prayer, angel definition and on who the archangels are, each archangel, some light language, possibly readings at the end if we're not completely burned out by that. Announcing the winner of the mala beads. Woo! And then who we're going to be tithing to. You know, one of the things that we did last year was that we were tithing at our events, and then we stopped doing it. So now we're going to start it again. And Mariann has picked an amazing venture to kind of join for everybody, and it's really, really interesting. So let me get started with this. I'm just going to turn my phone down, the volume down on my phone, so nobody has to hear it. Okay. So I want everybody, especially those who are part of the group for today, to kind of just take a deep breath and just close your eyes and just for a second, just bring in your angels. Everybody knows who their angels are. And I'm just going to just ring this one time because I'm not very good with that. Maybe one more time. Okay. I ask that the Lord's right hand, Archangel Michael, draws down his sword of truth and blazing light to join our space and clear the circle with all his holy might. I ask the shield of God to stand vigil and protect the innocents and this group, to hold on high his dazzling sword of truth. We stand ready now to watch the angels march as they move through the seraphim's arch. We hail thee and honor thee, O most holy host. The seraphim rejoice as they blare their perfect notes. Let each petitioner wear St. Michael's holy cloak. Let each pair of angels stand at the ready at each partner's side. The archangels are ready to serve, to impart their wisdom upon the crown of these sons and daughters, God's beloved kingdom. Let us begin. And so it is.
And so it is. Awesome. Well, I wanted to be able to, by the way, Debbie's prayers, she channels those, she makes them, and girl, that was off the chart. That is a beautiful, beautiful
I was impressed.
prayer.
It took me a while, but I was impressed because I had to just really focus, and that was tough for me. So I love them. I'm just like, I can't, I know it doesn't come out of me because I don't talk like that, so that's when I know that I'm channeling.
Right.
All right, so do we have anybody making comments or anything?
Let me see who we got. Hold on, let me go to Faith. What is this? Just like 50 million.
So,
well, I know Oris Oasis. I know Angelic Realm 77. So, hey, Nina, shout out. She's been doing some, like, really awesome readings, by the way, lately. And Oris Oasis is, like, off the chart. And we just wanted to thank her so much for getting us in touch with the girl who's doing these beautiful mantra mala beads, angel mantra mala beads. It's like, nah, 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 nah.
I know.
But they're gorgeous. So at the end, I've got some little paper with everybody's names on it, and then I'll tell you what the symbol is. Because I'm thinking, I can't say the name. It's supposed to be private. So we'll let you know by their symbol who is it that gets chosen, and then we'll send it to you.
Yeah, you can text me who it is, and then I'll maybe I'll hold up their candle or something so that they can know who it is.
I'm trying to see if I can see the comments. Oh, here we go. I was in the wrong area. Oh.
Right. Let's see if there's anybody we can say hello to, and then we'll go into basically just a quick definition of what I felt I resonated with what an angel is or an archangel.
All right. Well, I just kind of wanted to touch base first and foremost the energies that we're working today, because the reason we chose today to do this was because there is a Star of David. And I just wanted to give you the planets that are involved. And thanks to Michelle Knight, because she is the only one that has posted this. And believe me, I was looking because I knew there was one coming. And I just couldn't find anything on it as a confirmation or information. And she, as far as I could see, is the only one I was able to find that even touched upon it. So definitely check out Michelle Knight, because I love her reading. She is like top dog in astrology. She's awesome. So the Star of David includes Juno in Cancer, Neptune in Pisces, and Mars in Scorpio. So there you have your triangle of the water elements and the divine feminine. Then we have Mercury in Virgo, the moon is in Taurus, and Pluto is in Capricorn. So there you have your earth elements. So those form the two triangles of the Merkaba of the Star of David. Now, what energies are coming in with the Star of David? The energies that are coming in is actually about relationships and twin flame. Now, twin flame, I know everybody's been overusing it, so let me define a little bit about how I feel about how things are shifting. I mean, nothing's written in stone, so don't get hung up about the name, the term. Understand the energy behind it. The twin flame is like all things here in this planet. It has layers of understanding, and it's where you're at is where it's going to resonate with you. So we have twin flames that are within our hearts, within us, our higher self, our masculine, feminine energies, and also in the physical. That being that was separated from the monad at the same time we were with us. And so that carries karmic ties, that carries starseed ties. That's a whole nother story. We've done this before, but I just want you to understand that what's coming in is energies that we need to either change our life, to make it better. So relationships will be coming in that will change your life, whether it's one that it will serve as a contrast, or one that will serve as a really beautiful joint energies. And so it's not necessarily going to be what we want or what we think in our mind we should have, but it's really going to be about what we need. The second thing for today is, numerologically speaking, it is a number, hold on a second, a number 22 day, which is a master number. And 22, of course, breaks down to 4, which 4 is about balance, foundations, core. Like what? Where are you coming from? What is your core belief? What is your truth? And then from there, you're going to be able to build up. So these energies are kind of sweeping us along. And if you've been doing the work, and I know many of you have for the last year, since the last Lionsgate, since the last Star of David's happened, and we had 2 last year in August, which were like crazy. Everybody's energy was just all over the place. But I feel people's energies now are more, I don't want to say under control, but are more focused, are more directed, so that the work that we're meant to do now with this Leo fiery energy and the Lion's Gate, which is still on for us really for the next days, I think probably until the end, towards the end of the month, the 25th. So really take advantage of finding that which is what you are passionate about and allowing it to be expressed. That seems to be a theme of the readings that Debbie and I have been working about, is allowing that expression, sharing and being the light worker that you're supposed to be. And by holding it in and keeping silent, it doesn't serve you, which is the most important thing, nor does it serve anybody else. So with that, then, I just want to say that Ronald Schaefer's joined us. So, hey, Ron. So glad you're here. And I don't know, we have 7 viewers, but we'll see who else has been.
Okay.
Give me a comment, you guys, and we'll try and get to your questions.
Yeah. One of the things, one of the messages that I had received today is that today is another opening. There's an arch that's opening, and this is the energy that we're tapping into right now, and that is the seraphim. What they were opening an arch. And, got that 2 ways, arc and arch. So very interesting. And this is the energies that we're working with today. This is what's here with us today, and therefore with those of you who signed up for the hangout. And that's pretty amazing. I mean, definitely I feel like this is the time when I always get messages that the seraphim, when they celebrate something that I'm doing, they're playing their music, they're playing their trumpets, and I definitely feel like they're doing that today. I mean, they are just delighted, like absolutely delighted, and just kind of heralding us, basically, like all of us, for all the work that we're doing. And so they're giving us this extra oomph, this extra energy. So what I wanted to do was to go into just a little bit about, what's an angel? What's an archangel? And I just wanted to get like a brief definition. So, hold on. Okay. So basically, angels act as a bridge between source and humanity. They are immortal beings of pure light consciousness, unlimited by the constraints that we have of time and space. And one of the ways that you can connect to your angels is definitely by raising your vibration. It makes it a lot easier for them to come down to our level if we can kind of come up to their level a little bit. And I have a book that is really great. I mean, if you guys, if you want to get a book on angels, and I know people are always throwing stuff out there, but I hardly ever say like, okay, go get this book. This is called the Angel Bible. And it really is just amazing resources. Resources are in here. It tells you how the angels are connected to the tree of life and all the different levels that are in there. It tells you what rays they are working on. It gives you meditations on very specific ways to connect with them in meditation. Like here, this one is meditation on the pink flame heart star.
Oh, I mean, wow.
Absolutely beautiful. And the purpose to this one is to connect with Archangel Chamuel and the angels of love. And I know that someone received Shamuel, and they're working with that person right now. I mean, so really, really awesome. And you know, this is a good book to find ways to connect with the archangels, and it also gives you a little information on you know, just where did they come from? Where did we first start seeing them in the Quran, in the Bibles? I mean, just you know, just a lot of different places that you would really be surprised. So that, I totally recommend the book, and it's by Hazel Raven. Oh, I love that last name.
Yeah.
And so, did you want to say anything real quick before I go into some of the angels?
Oh, I just wanted to say hi to Shawnee Fenderson from Gumbo Cafe. She works with Royce. She's the one with the mamas. Oh, hello. So glad you made it. Yay. Oh, and we have Duchess of Stratosphere with us as well. So thank you. Thank you. You guys are like amazing, and you're always supporting us and always viewing and commenting. So thank you so much for the support, because it really, you know, it really means a lot to us. It really does. We talk about you guys. Actually, Debbie calls and says, "Oh, so-and-so commented, so-and-so."
Yeah. Totally.
And, you know, we're able to, you know, and we interact with you on Facebook. We've been doing lots of fun things on Facebook with all our readings. I've been having a lot of fun with that, let me tell you.
I have too.
It's like I set it up at night, and I'm like, okay, which cards am I going to use? Which stones? My daughter was like, would you please stop using all my stuff? I'm like, oh, I got to get new stuff out there.
Yeah, we're running out of props, people. Every time I look around, I start panicking, because I'm like, you know, we do these readings on Facebook, and then we put 3 cards up that you can't see what they are, and then we put, like, you know, like we try to individualize it, and I'm running out of stuff. So I'm just like, I'm trying to, like, okay, what am I going to use next? I don't even know. I'll probably have to pilfer some stuff from Bella too. So yeah, totally, and that's something that's new for us. You know, basically you know, we were basically working just strictly with YouTube, and doing the readings is fun, especially the one that I did with the mediumship cards, which is, you know, talking to people, your, you know, loved ones who have passed over. Let me tell you, that blew up. I got over 100 and something comments. And people telling me their stories, which was absolutely beautiful, sad and beautiful all at the same time.
I know. I was reading some of those comments. I was like, oh, my goodness.
Really, really amazing.
I just want to say hi to Karen from Orb66. I'm so glad you joined us.
Yeah, totally.
Because she's over in England, and I love the readings you've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I every time that one pops up, I'm like, oh, my God, I called Debbie. Oh, my God, Karen's doing readings. You got to go check it out.
Let me get on, you know, because, you know, like I always say, is like her and her sister have such beautiful, soothing voices.
I know, I love that.
And for somebody like me who's always amped up, it's kind of nice to kind of be like, ooh, you know, just, okay, take it down a notch. So absolutely awesome. And, you know, our fan base, I was just telling Mariann that some of our fans have been with us for almost 2 years. You know, so that's really, you know, and, you know, that's just really phenomenal. Really, really amazing, and I'm really grateful to you guys, you know. Okay, so I'm just going to go over some of the angels real quick, and I'll refer to the book for the only one I couldn't get, Mariann, and maybe you could look it up, I think was Azrael. That was the only one. And I
got it. I got it.
Okay, good. All right, so then you can just throw in your 2 cents for whomever. Of course, I had to start with Michael.
Yeah.
I love him. That's my man. He was the first angel that ever channeled to me, and he channeled to me directly for a while when I first started, because I just had a lot going on, and some of the things that he's done for me are just amazing. Okay, he's really good if you're just having a lot of problem with lower energy. You know, I'm just going to throw it out there, negative energies, negative entities. He's amazing for just helping you with that, you know. So his color is actually sapphire blue, with this according to the book. His focus is communication. He communicates with us. He is the in-between between, you know, one of the in-betweens between source and us. So obviously he works with the throat, which is the Visuddha, and he's the element of the ethers. Okay, he's the protector of humanity. He's the supreme commander. He wanted me to make sure that I said supreme commander. Okay, supreme, not just the commander in chief of all the archangels. He leads the heavenly forces, the legions of light against evil. He also is a focus on the body as the solar plexus is his domain, but because he carries a sapphire sword, he's often associated with the blue flame. Then, of course, we have to go to my next favorite guy, who is Archangel Metatron, and he works with the white ray. His color is a brilliant white light, like that's the color, a brilliant white light. And his focus is spiritual evolution, enlightenment, light body activation, and he works with your soul star chakra, which is right above your about a foot. Is it a foot above your crown chakra?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Well, Metatron also, I mean, he's known as the scribe, so he is the man of the Akashics, and that was the very first entity, regardless if it was a god, goddess, whatever. When I went into the Akashics, the very first angel that came to me was Metatron. So that was from like day one, and he's, thank goodness, been with me all the time and guides me. And you know, it's funny how you have a balance in your angels. I've got Michael, who's like the flamboyant, flaming sword type guy, you know, He-Man, and then we have Metatron, who's the bookworm, who's quiet, who's studious, who's observant, but he's also known as the king of angels. And the reason that his ray is that brilliant white is because it incorporates all of the colors of the rainbow. Right. So that tells you that he's at God's side. And
well, he's at the top of the tree of life anyway.
Absolutely.
So he's at the very top.
Yeah.
And then, so what I didn't know about this is what a lot of people say is that he is actually what Moses saw. When Moses thought he was looking at a burning bush, he was actually seeing Metatron's white light.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, so
I don't think I've ever heard that. That's cool.
I've never heard that. I found that as a very interesting piece of information, which makes sense to me, because why would it be a burning bush? You know, it's kind of silly. And he brings unprecedented spiritual growth. He works, and they call this chakra the seat of the soul star chakra. So I thought that was really beautiful. Okay, and then we have next is Archangel Raziel. He works on the indigo ray. Of course, color is indigo. I love that color. Yeah. Works with intuition and insight. The third eye, and the element of you know, all of these are Sanskrit people. So hold on. Avgatka. Okay, and the Avgatka is the primordial cloud of undifferentiated light. I'm like, God, that's beautiful. I don't even know. And basically, he helps you improve all of your clairs, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance. Like, he helps you with those, okay? And of course, the best time for him to work with you is he's known for working during dream time when you're sleeping. It's the easiest way for him to get through to us because we're so busy. Okay, then we have Shamuel, which I didn't know was associated.
Well, I wanted to just say one more thing on Raziel. He's also known as the keeper of secrets. So I found that very interesting. So that is why he works in the dream time, because he's revealing to us secrets of the universe, basically. So a lot of times the reason we work in the dream time is because our monkey mind would be saying, like, what? Where when we're in spirit and asleep, our essence and our etheric understands what these deeper truths are. And so, you know, so that's why he works usually in the dream time for us. So if you've been getting message, and I know a few of the members that are participating did get Raziel, so again, I encourage you to keep dream journals. Got to do that. Got to write it down. Oh, you'll never remember in the morning.
And I'm only mentioning right now the archangels, all the archangels that were chosen, that are partnered with those of us in the group here. So otherwise we could be going on forever, because there's way more archangels than what I'm going to mention. Okay. As a matter of fact, we just found out about Archangel Cassiel. For those of you who are into spellcraft or alchemy, Cassiel is the one to work with, and I didn't know that. I thought that was really, really interesting. I also found out, I did a workshop or a webinar with somebody, I don't even know, but Felia is, with an F, is the angel who works with animals. So I thought that was really, really beautiful. All right, so, and I think it was Diana Cooper. Yeah, Diana Cooper did that webinar. So she's another one with a beautiful voice. Oh my goodness, I could listen to her all day. So Shamuel's color is pink, focuses on relationships, all relationships, works with the heart, the anahata, the element of air. The pink ray is the union of the heaven and earth made manifest within the human heart. I was like, gosh, these definitions are just amazing. So it's the combination of the red ray and the white ray. And both of those rays are spiritual awakening and fulfillment. So very, very interesting. Of course, Shamuel helps improve loving, caring relationships with others in our lives and family members. Okay, so now we have Jophiel, who is the yellow ray. And of course, the color is yellow. Focuses on wisdom. And also, Jophiel's is also the solar plexus. Element of fire. The gemstone to work with that you can use is citrine. And oh wow, it's called this, he or she is the archangel of wisdom, and the yellow ray is sometimes called the sunshine ray. Jophiel's name means beauty of God. Oh my God, it's so just amazing. Allows you to see the joy and beauty in your life so that you can raise your vibration. So that's what Jophiel does. I
always see Jophiel as, like, since I always think of course, Angel Heart Sigils and Stuart Pearce's cards that are awesome. And when I see Jophiel, it's always that, like, really just joy and celebration and having a party and woo and just living it up. So that energy is so high, such a high frequency that Jophiel brings in, and she's so loving and she's so caring, and she just wants you to, she just wants you to have fun. Girls want to have fun.
Yeah, she wants you to lighten up, basically. So after we're done with this, then what I'll do is I'll just bring everybody's candles up to the camera so you guys can see it. They're not in any particular order. Even if there was an order, there isn't now because I was running up and down the stairs, like just trying to hold whatever I could carry. So, but they are, I don't know if you can, it's hard to see. I'm going to have to bring them over here. But they are,
awesome.
they are bouncing up like nobody's business. They're like, ding, 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 ding. Okay, so then we have for the person who got Haniel. Haniel is the turquoise ray. Obviously, you can work with with turquoise if you want to, work with that energy. The focus, Haniel focuses on the soul's expression. I love it. Chakra is the thymus, which is that's one of your glands. And turquoise is a new age color as far as the rays are concerned. And it's one of the colors of the age of Aquarius. So very interesting.
Well, they also say that the turquoise color is the internet ray. So for you to be able to communicate through the internet. So I guess we've been using that a lot on our Facebook and stuff. So and all of these, and it's really wonderful because we've been getting so many confirmations just by pictures that other people post, right? I was like, what?
Okay, guys, Bing. Bing, I don't know who is in charge of Bing, but I swear it's a witch. Or I swear it's somebody who's into the new age stuff, because I can almost always, at least 3 or 4 times a week, get confirmations about things when I go onto Bing and see the image that they have for the day. Try it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's right. Okay, so then we have.
I just wanted to read something that Karen wrote back as a comment to us, and she says, "Thanks for the shout out. I love you both. You're so talented. Keep your immense energy and love to us all. God bless you all and all those watching." So
Oh,
thank you. I just love
people
that.
are so flowery. I'm just like, oh,
Oh,
thanks. You know, I don't know what else to say. Oh, so Haniel is also a warrior, which I find that really interesting, and will do what it takes to help you fulfill your life's mission if you ask for Haniel to work with. Okay, all right. So then we have Archangel Gabriel, working with the orange ray, and the gem that you can work with is called. It's garnet. It's a type of garnet. It's called hessonite garnet. Okay. And so that's if you want to work with his vibration or his energy. Color, of course, is orange. Focuses on clarity, or he dissolves fear. The chakra is the sacral, which is the svadhisthana, and the element that he works with is water. And the orange ray is a vermilion, so it's kind of, it says it moves from orange kind of to like an orange gold. And basically, of course, he's the holy messenger. He has showed up like several, a couple times in the Bible as being a messenger. So really, really just interesting. These little facts that, I just didn't know about them. And he helps to relieve stress and enhance creativity. So who knew?
there you go.
All right, so then we have Sandalphon. Now, Sandalphon's colors are really awesome. They're nature's colors. So, those colors of the whatever nature color, whatever's everything, the browns, the greens, the flowers, the reds, the pinks. So and he takes those colors and he uses them to heal you. So if you're somebody who's really, an earthy person, Sandalphon is absolutely wonderful to work with. And he says he uses nature's colors to heal us, works with the Earth Star chakra, which of course is beneath your feet. And this I didn't quite understand, but I wanted to say it anyway because I thought it was really interesting. And it says the left hand feminine cherub of the...
What?
Yes. You know why I'm bringing this up, okay?
Yes, I do.
No, I'm not even done with the definition. The left-hand feminine cherub of the arch.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, you just gave me an aha-ass moment. Sorry.
And the feminine cherub of the ark. Now, they don't tell you what ark.
The Ark of the Covenant, obviously. That's the Ark. So that's why you got Ark and Arch. Oh, love it. Oh, my gosh.
You guys, you can get confirmations just while you listen to us. I mean, and we do it all the time. Like, we get it from other people. And they'll be saying something or doing something, and then we get confirmations, and we're on the phone and like, oh my God, did you see blah, blah, blah? Did you see what they wrote? Or I have to tell you, somebody told me something in a Facebook message, and, it's awesome. Okay, so then we're going to go, and that for some reason, Sandalphon is very tall. So I'm thinking at least 7 feet, 8 feet tall. For some reason, I don't know why.
Well, you have to remember, he's Metatron's twin brother, and they were both humans before becoming angels. So that's why he's part of the Earth Star chakra.
Oh,
and
my God.
Balanced out by Metatron being in the cosmic heart or the solar heart chakra above.
Okay, that makes sense now because, I got the same thing that he's Metatron's twin, and they are the Alpha and the Omega.
There you go.
That's what I got. So beautiful. And that makes sense because Metatron's at the top. So, okay, so then we have Raphael, which he was in the first channel. I had a reading with Diane Hall, and I wish she was still on YouTube, but the first reading that I'd ever gotten was through her, and Raphael came through for telling me to be a healer. So I thought that was really amazing. His gem that you can work with, of course, is emerald. Raw emerald is not that expensive, okay? So you can get a piece of emerald.
Oh, I know. I was surprised. I got one not too long ago, and I was like, what?
Raw versions are not that expensive.
No.
So,
actually, it's in my money bowl.
Smart. And guys, like we said, we're going to be doing another hangout. It's going to be, we're going to do one on prosperity and abundance, and we're going to do another one after that. I mean, we're just going to keep it going. The next one after that is going to be star seeds. So we're just going to keep on going with this. So the chakra that Raphael works with is obviously the heart. the Anahata, and the element of air, and he is the healing aspect of, he's considered the physician of the Lord, or the physician of God. So really, really beautiful. And now you said Azrael was the only one that I thought that we missed, so you can talk about her.
Well, Azrael supposedly is the angel of death. However, I was also, when I was doing the reading, seeing that she's the angel of transitions, of all transitions. You know, they say when we have changes and shifts in our paradigm, they're like little mini deaths, right? So I believe that she comes in when we are going through a major cycle of paradigm shift within ourselves, going into different dimensions. I also believe she works with Raziel. This is actually just coming to me now. So she's working with Raziel in helping you maneuver through the multi-level, multi-dimensional planes of existence. So, wow. Yeah, that just came to me. So, okay. So I'll go with that.
What just came to me, and this I remember now. I don't know. I wish I had a better memory, but so for me, since there's death, I always feel like there also can be associated with rebirth, because usually what happens after death, then there's rebirth. But I also feel like she would be great for some of our people to work with, because she reminds me of Oya and Hecate. Because she worked. They're both keepers of the cemetery. So I don't know. Very interesting.
Well, her name actually means whom God helps. So when you need that help, you need that assistance to help you through your changes, then Azrael is a great archangel to call upon. And I'm sure, Lisa Beachy has a meditation for everything. So I'm sure that she's got a meditation for each one of the archangels. I know she does for Michael, Metatron, Shamuel. I mean, I just know she's got a whole bunch. So definitely go to Meditations for Moms, and always, she's always come up with some good stuff.
She's amazing. All right, so I'm going to start bringing up and like I said, it's not going to be in any particular order, but these guys are just...
Oh, nice.
How crazy it's going. And then here's...
there's... Okay, great. Oh, now you can see the symbol.
Okay.
Nice. That one's good. Debbie's channel candle ceremonies are just, insane. They're just always great.
Okay, so this one was the Tree of Life, and I was not doing a good job with drawing it. So I made the tree have little spirals.
I love that.
Isn't that cute? And this is supposed to be, okay, I think, is this supposed to be a rainbow or just two arches?
Well, I guess a rainbow, but I like the arch thing.
I like that too.
I do too. I think we can change it for that. These things are... it's not written in stone. It's changeable as you change.
Yeah. Oh, this is...
Oh, nice. Wow. Girl, you're getting really good at those.
Let me tell you, I worked...
Become a tattoo artist.
I worked on this one, let me tell you. I was like, because I had messed it up, but I know now how to work with these markers to fix when I make a mistake. So I'm getting there anyway.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I did this one in silver. I mean, I just like it. And this one's, it says red, but to me it looks a little pink. But I have a pink candle too, so. And I really wanted to do this one. I added something to this one, Mariann.
Okay, that's all right.
Because I just wanted to add a little something to it.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. Now remember, although this is really simple, the spirals are just a huge indication of a lot going on. Energy going out, and you can see spirals of energy in the universe. And it just reminds me of like the Fibonacci sequence. So just because it's simple doesn't mean anything.
Well,
So,
and also, I mean, the symbol of the spiral is absolutely life force energy in movement. So it is quite, I find that some of the symbols, the simpler they are, the
more
more
complicated
powerful.
and in-depth they are. See if I can.
Oh,
And
love that one.
and everyone has received photos, so you know, so that this way I knew that, you know, the altar wouldn't be able to be right on top of the laptop or the computer, so I sent everybody a photo. Now, this one's supposed to be a triple flame, a modern version of a triple flame. And for some reason, the top wanted to go in a different direction, and I'm sure it means something. But
Oh, cool. Oh, that looks great, girl.
so
That's
that's
awesome.
so the person who got this, just imagine a triple flame. I mean, the flames in the etheric are very, very important. We have the violet flame, we have, you know, the white flame, the gold flame. So you're working with a triple set of flames, which is amazing. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty.
Mm,
I just love everybody's symbols today.
I do too. Let's see.
Oh, Aura says the etymology of spirit is spiral. So I guess that means the basis, the the definition
Okay.
of spirit is spiral. So yes, I for sure.
All right, cool. So I hope you guys really like the symbolism on the candles, and then that what I'll do is I will do at least one update video of how the candles are doing. Usually I try to do 2 or 3. So if I get a chance to do 2 or 3, I will. Um, and you know, at first I wasn't going to do the taller candles because I'm renting now, not owning. We're selling our house, and you know, when you're in your house, you can kind of just do whatever. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm in somebody else's house. I should just get smaller candles so that, you know, it's less chance of anything happening because you have to leave these burning 24/7 until they go out, you know.
Right.
And you know, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get the smaller candles, and I just couldn't do it. When I went to the store, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do a little, you know, the small. I can't do a half candle. So I got the bigger candles, and I wish that you guys could see how these flames are just like, they are just jumping all over the place.
Well, you could see the movement, so that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's just awesome. I love it. All right, and so you want to do you want to start doing some light
Yeah.
language messages? Okay, guys.
I was just pulling out my journal so I can write it all down.
So we'll start from right to left, and I'll just hold up the candle. This way that person will know that it's their reading.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll work with this one. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I just had somebody come into my yard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was having that problem earlier. The guy was talking about his dogs. I'm like, really?
Well,
Like,
it's my brother,
so I was
so
like, when
I may mute it on
yeah,
my
that's
side
fine.
while you talk, and then
Okay.
I'll turn it
All
on for
right.
translation.
So this is one that. So you have who this is, right?
Let me see the picture again. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then this is one of the ones who just signed up last night, I think, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
All right. Let me just get my little notebook here. Okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready. You ready?
Okay, I'm a
All
set.
right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these short. Usually my messages have now gotten to a point where they could be like 3 minutes long, 4 or 5 minutes long. But since we have a lot of people to do, I'm going to well, I can't, I'm going to keep my eyes closed, but I'm just going to keep them relatively short, but I want to make it long enough so that we could get the point across. I don't understand what I'm saying when I'm talking, but I can feel when I'm coming at the end of it. So, and I only close my eyes, like not because I'm channeling like, somebody's coming in or anything like that. It's to keep me from being distracted because I get distracted very easily. So I just close my eyes because I know a lot of people freak out when people channel. And, for me, I'm still absolutely present. I'm just, trying to keep myself focused. Okay.
Well, I just want to talk about channeling just for 2 seconds, because I think people, when they think you're channeling, like you like go somewhere. But I think that we're like the generation of the new channelers, that
Right.
we don't have to go anywhere. We're still right here, and it's
Mhm.
really through us. So it's really the guides and the essences are working through our own spiritual guides and to give the messages. So it's not that we're like going somewhere
Not anymore. Back in the
unaware.
day, yes, you would
Yeah.
have to, let that person take over, and then come back in. And I'm sure that there are people who still do that, but I don't have to do that. And so I want to make that clear, that so that people aren't like, oh my God, it's totally me. And what I'm trying to channel now is messages from your angels, from each person's angels. What is it that, they want you to know right now? Okay. E hanua kuani esna. Elisne imanue. Ianu kanuan hiasna puanike. Alea tu nike awane. Iasna me tuan hua. Ke aliasi. Enevetiasna uko hunawane. Evia na hulas na mitanua. Ike he se ne visina muan. Olias nave kenhina muas, eves naikan hue tibis nakuan humasuas, alesneke, ula na wanias no una huakave. Ehanuas namis na uhukonoa, ilea tuvis naima suve uhanua, akane esnehe, anyway anua kunima aleve itanuaka inimas na ink anuve. I can't hear you.
Okay. Now I can hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So beautiful message. What I got was Leilani, grandmothers of the waves of the ocean, calls you to her warmth, womb, and embrace. You are being given the lays of welcome, flowers showered around you, like the flower lays, like the
From
Hawaiian.
Hawaii.
Yeah, like they're giving that to you. And there is a list of names that I heard in there.
Absolutely. I don't
And
know what those names are, but go back and try to write them down
yeah,
and see what they mean to you. They could be, it could be either people that you're working with, or it could be chakras, the names. Like each of us, one of my theories is that we have our own kind of chakras. That I feel like we have a fingerprint. They're like fingerprints. We have chakras that are like fingerprints that are only chakras to us. And so that may be the names of some of your personal chakras that nobody else has that are activated. Because I also saw symbols, and as I was talking. So I'm really pretty sure that, it's more than likely ways to activate your specific chakras, okay?
oh, that's nice. Yeah, and that's really good. Also, if you are doing Reiki, or if you are doing some type of healing modality for yourself or for others. But I think it'll really help you get into that alignment.
Yeah, and it'll help you also when you work with your own specific chakras. You're being given this because those chakras that once they're activated and you open them up, it's going to help you communicate with the angelic realm. Okay. So then we have this one here. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so this is the next one. I love looking at the spirals. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yay. Yay anoi. Eas na uka yuas na vis na me. Ilas no uko nua. Itinak nui nua. Aleveina huko nua. Ibia na we tives na. Eke alua tuanianike. Ala noa uvina tue. Iano sanoa noa kaye viatu. Alevi ono weati. Aveya wanu. Ale seke he siwan. One sivatu. Kialu sive. Ono aniawo. Okoliasna ihasna. Osnave same tiak. Uvasna halu. Eleatuan hekete batua. Ibayanua vasna keti. Unataneka seatue sevialua. Bianuakane sive. Una sivina kuanuasna vitanuali. Ialuasna vanumi tui. Ibatuna kuan. Ibialuasna I sevesianhu. Alawatane ike natuasname. Iatu anahe.
Okay, that was really nice, actually. What I got was this. Far, far away we come to be at your side, giving you blessings rain down through the mist. The veils of the sisters are being lifted, and your bridegroom is coming to you soon. How can you prepare, you ask? Sweeten your soul with love and, oh gosh, and pink vibration and light. So, girl, oh, wow, twin flames coming in or something.
I know. I was like,
really nice. And it was like a grandmother, like telling a bride, like a young bride. Sorry, guys. A young bride how to, how to prepare, how to learn to, be in that space of being that soft, divine, feminine, womanly energy in order to receive that loved one that is coming in.
And to bring him in. You know, this is a lesson that Mariann and I are learning, that, we have to embrace our femininity, guys. In this day and age, don't confuse your sexuality with your sensuality. Okay, and that's hard to do because some people think that's the same thing, and it's not. And we have to go back to, women, we work now, we're breadwinners as well, and, we have to remember to be our feminine, to be feminine, and that's not a negative thing, it's not a bad thing, it's not a weak thing, and I think that, that's, in these times, we think that sensuality and sexuality, are these either bad things or they're, make us weak, and they don't, when we balance it in the right way. So it's just saying to you, bring back your girly girl, bring back your sensual side in order to bring him in, okay? And then, so this is the next one.
Okay.
Show the flame. Look how it's going.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Eke tu ule awa. Iano tiate ke e manua. Uesna ka tuan hue se fe. Ulua nua nua kaya. Evesna ukunhuni miat, itia lese kianuat, ilia viatu winia. O no hoko suvatu ehiam, o masnai nahan hukasuvesia levesna. Ole asa u nemeka huan huasa vasna hikatuha. Ole se na ualuasna vetian ukanue. Amahanua o sini kiatu elevesna ime tiasna vekian huatu. Alatuata ne ke biasna ikan huatue. Elevesna ukan huatu in the mesne ikan huveta tian. Bualuasna ikeletia ukan huat inimialuatu ekiai. Onhune watu esneke unawanuat imanualias. Elevesna ukusna metian ovasna ukan huan bialasna vetiak ine metiasko ulhan huan eletiakane ne huanua. Akayuana hetian enesne ik nometia vatua. Alatuan hekesneme uanuak nebetian emasna ukanuan huasna fekalui. Etsene kan huasna meta unahona ukuve ialuasna. Ahani kan esenetia kanon etete ono kuan miasna vikanu vetiala anhe.
Okay. What I was getting was actually I got the shaman's path is a long one, but for those who choose it, it is fulfilling, allowing the alchemist to perform his rituals to assist the world, bringing in galactic wisdom, which will transmute the world of Gaia and bring the needed spark of newness. And then I got something about the Ho'oponopono prayer. That's what I was getting. The forgiveness, please forgive me.
So do the okay, let's do so we know we know who this is. So what I got to was that they didn't want to stop talking and I had to cut them apart. That's why I started laughing because they're just like blah, 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 and I'm like, hey, I got other people, man. I'm sorry. But what they're saying to you is what similar messages that Mariann and I got, which is that you have to. I mean, I know this is so much information, but you have to tap into any lifetimes where you were an alchemist or where you were a shaman. And you don't have to literally like, oh my gosh, I have to know exactly what those lifetimes were, but you just have to tell your angelic team, okay, you know what? Now, for the next phase of my spirituality, I need to start working with my shamanistic side and my alchemist side. And I know that seems like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? But believe me, it happens. It will start to happen as long as you just go ahead and start asking your angelic team to help you with that. You don't need to go and become a shaman. You don't need to go and become an alchemist. You just start asking for those to work with you already have it inherently in you. So just kind of say, okay, I need you to bring that up more.
Yeah, and for those, I know a lot of you already know the Ho'oponopono prayer. And it's, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That is actually a very alchemical, transmuting prayer. So when she says, like she said, Debbie was talking about that, it's not that you're going to become an actual shaman, but those type of prayers are transmutational. And therefore, you create the alchemy of allowing this change here on this planet through forgiveness, through love, through the energies of the higher vibrations. So very, very much.
It's a beautiful prayer. I mean, and it has so many different layers to it. I'm sure that you could do some research on it, and it's called the Ho'oponopono prayer. Okay, so this is the next person. I'm just going to get a drink of water real quick.
I know, I'm like down to the bare bones here. I'm sitting outside and I'm sweating. It's hot in my
Oh, I can imagine.
I'm like ready to throw my hair up.
Do it. Throw it up, girl. Throw it up. That's it. Okay, so this is...
Oh, okay. Very nice. Like that one.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Ehasi oehike onahatu kane oleti biatu kanhawe ayete ke siwa uwatu wale vesiaku ele se watune ke visasue uye ke sia uhasayate bia one kalo sine ayuatu ole seya save hanukale uwia save tiak ene wani wana wakale ia save tie na hua umas na heke saluas navea ayawan hukunamu uves naikan huve bialu vat nuhune akanihas namas na ukan huve Eyasane kialawe, iatu vas nameti, ikenias novatuale sia, uvaluati ine kas namis natuan, aleatu, ia kalevetia savea nue, ua kuas nameti hasu, ene kas na u asias na eke, alealua, ibiatuin hike tepe hanu, alakani wasnehi kas nameta. Alevesna e kuhanu watu eme hanu e ke viat alawa anahe.
Okay. All right. What I got here was, it says, unfurling one by one as the petals of a flower, you are revealing yourself so that those of the ones who watch and have been observing will know that you are ready to receive the messages and life experiences that you agreed to come here and to complete. Be in your center, find your strengths, be brave, listen to your own voice, listen to your own truths. So what I was getting here was somebody saying, okay, this is the time. You're starting to really let go and open up and to show, to really walk your path, to really, use your gifts, use your skills, not be hiding or afraid or attracting those energies that are no longer serving you, but in a higher vibration. So they know you're ready. They know you're ready to receive the information and the experiences into your life that is the reason why you are here now on Earth. So very potent, very powerful time for you. So,
and that resonates with, because you were in my other hangouts that I did, and this was totally the message that you guys in the group were getting, which was that now you're at a point where you're being told to step out of your shell and to start sharing what you know, because it's going to get you to a point where you're going to teach these things yourself. And teaching doesn't mean necessarily that you have to do something formal. It just means making comments to people on Facebook or YouTube, and somebody's like, well, what does this mean, or what is that, or I don't get it. And you're like, oh, I read that this is blah, blah, blah. This is what it is. And that's what they're asking you to do. Because eventually you're going to step up and you're going to do something where, you're just a leader. But right now they're telling you, okay, you need to do the smaller steps. Let's start. Let's go. Let's get on the road to it, okay? And that's what they're saying. Okay, so now we have the spiral.
Yeah, very nice. I just so drawn, and I resonate with everybody else's symbols.
I know, I do too.
All right.
Ekelewe, iwasnamuna, unekea tuwe, uwalua divadi, idibaluwalia kale, ilediaduwadi, idamane kevetu, uduwadi anekan, Mediba, Uduwa Duwale, Dibidaneke Dibatu, Uwadu Iwala Ive neki dibu onuwalua, uwitio diwa, uwale aviasu, okaleadua. Ano ule wida uwalebe, ulewajiaba, uko diwanebe tiba uwala, evede duwa guwanebe, uwana tua, uwidia wiawalo, uwadibi siba, ubuno kubo, idibida du anoko dua. Uluwi unuwu aduvati kamanukanuwu. Ubududabe, idianu kutua, utua itimanianu, alevitua chive kiba, ubosname imaniana hakua, abasna imatuan, ubuka divasade, iawadua, elese tiwan uanua hakanebe, alewatua, ebe diatuan, ebe owanawa, uwasuwanike, amanuanawat, ebesani a, okulas na o, nemes neve, inidatuka, owanuwa seke, alawan iwanika seve, wan hua, amane.
All righty. Hold on a second. I just want to write my last. Okay, so what I got was that you were this. They call it the celebrations of the mothers. You are invited to take your place in the circle. Crystals grounding you into the mother, healings, blessings, and love arrive to tell you the time to travel is now. Pack your bags and be prepared, for they will watch as you proceed. And then that list of the things at the end that you were giving, Debbie, was kind of like a list of instructions. And you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this, and then you're going to do this. And
That's a long list.
Yeah, that's a long list. So, well, hey, this lightly traveled path is not the easiest, but it's yours. So, it's about embracing it and just kind of going with the flow and say, okay.
And that's what I very rarely, like I said, see anything when I do these, and I'm going to start trying to do more, because I'm just trying to get used to doing the light language without being distracted, first of all, but I'm going to start requesting myself to see things. And what I saw was, I believe it's Nefertiti. She's the one with the they only found one image of her, right, with the headpiece that comes back. And I think it was her. It was Nefertiti. So I don't know if you work with her or, but I feel like there's a connection there to Nefertiti for some reason.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because it's this circle, and since she was a queen, she worked probably with Isis and probably the Sisterhood of Isis. So that would make a lot of sense because they've been watching you, and they're just kind of waiting, and they're going like, "Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Time to go." So
it's like time to, and we get those messages too where it's like you're not doing as much as you could, and you're not pushing yourself, and they're just saying, okay, you need to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and reach out to us because we will help you take you to the next level. Working with that energy of Isis, of the sisterhood, of the grandmothers, and of Nefertiti, obviously as a guide, possibly. So very interesting. All right, so then we have this one. I love this one. This is so pretty. It's
okay. Yes, I know what it is. Okay.
Eha wanikam ini uliwa. Sane kene weo uwat neve awak aneve tanu kamanhian he asnahu koluasne imeta waun balatu kan huasna he tihe akan wasna hinowe safatualuan o he na tuan akasna isna fasna he ken himeni wasna ulatne Uwanawakane biasna puna tuan Ikenehe sene tualuasna kuhasove sene. Omasna ikan huasna vitaluas etneke matuan huvatuali. Uasna vekian hamasna vitanva. Ulasna ivena kuhuno huan huakasna he. Abasna uvasna uletiasna kahanua. Elesna hua evesna mian hufosna kahue. Buasuani kan huan. Basna hinkan hive. Uanuat la ian awanahe.
Okay. What I got was, stand on the mountaintop and hear the eagle cries as he gives you the lay of the land and how the river winds. Open your arms to take the leap and fly through the currents, seeing how the winds lift you up to take you where you want to go. In other words, you're standing like right at that edge, and the eagle, but you have help. You have assistance. You have the eagle, and he's telling you, hey, the river winds this way, and you got trees over here, and you got this over here, so that you're not necessarily going blindly, but you still need to take that leap of faith. So that's kind of the hard part, but the good side is you've got the assistance. You have the higher perspective. And once you are taking that leap, you're going to see, how birds kind of like even planes, how they kind of go back and forth and they look for the currents to ride it out the longest they can. That's basically what's happening. So this wind is coming from up underneath you and through your wings and lifting you up. So set your intentions in a higher, set your goals high. Go for the big stuff. Don't waste your time on little piddly stuff. Set your intention for the big things.
Okay, and then this is it's kind of like what I saw was kind of like a bit of a Taurus, but I know what I saw. It's hard to explain.
Well, that's perfect. That's that energy of that wind that I was talking about lifting you up. Perfect.
Okay, I saw that, and then I also saw the symbol for one of Mariann's. And I know that this probably means, and you'll know whose this is, to work. I think you need to work with this person.
Yeah.
So
oh, yeah. Oh, that makes total sense.
You guys need to work together. So
yeah.
And very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that makes total sense that to work together. And actually, when you work together, like Debbie and I do, our own personal skills, our own personal development has just been augmented because we're given that energy that we really couldn't get on our own. So when you join with someone who is in like vibration, by the way, you got to make sure that you guys are on the same page. And so that you push each other to excel, you push each other to go forward, and be supportive, and just when you join your energies, 1 + 1 is not 2, but a million.
It's a quantum leap. I mean, okay, I'm just fixing that. All right, so this is the next one.
Okay.
And the great thing about these channelings, they don't deal with 3D stuff because they don't really care. They just deal with your journey. It will always be about your journey and where you need to go in the spiritual aspect. Okay. All right. So. Eka unimeanua o te katu. Aduan ikanu ialowe. Unu kunuan. Oh, sorry, guys.
So it's funny because I know everybody else is like this too. You've got, you have your life, and there'd be nothing better than to just have, all of this time for your own spiritual awareness, how things come in to interrupt, but you've got to learn to kind of go with the flow. My brother came in, put the boat in the back, turned the water on. And yet you have to still find that space of not letting. This is actually a very good trend, to not letting all of these things distract you, and to be able to go just right back into it.
Go right back.
We do it all the time. We're like, wait a minute, the kids are playing. We'll be right back.
I mean, I can only have him keep the kids out for so long. They've been out since like 9:30. So, all right. Ealuanue kc1 uhune kan hova tuelea tuet na kuwa ahane ole we osna wina tuve eke hanua osona wane asanule ti kan huve uno masova ale se ne huno koan huveta Beanue hanu, uhu ne si ke sasnu unowa, baleas navis no huko huno wanuve. Bianevet naku so lavatu ias navetanhu, anhosna ole se uwane vatu, o kuduwa asnuman hiva, aleasna hukana usne vianuva. E hanu alias no ukonu tu vasna mihasuva. Batu vasudi kasani atuan o anahe.
Okay, this was nice. It says, dancing softly the waves of the embrace. You know what I saw? Kind of like the hula dancing or the Polynesian, like how they have such beautiful arm movements. So something like that, when a storyteller tells her story.
So funny. That's exactly what I was doing while you were writing.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even see you do that. I'll have to watch the video. And then it's like, gently soothing your soul. The owl totem animal of the night imparts Athena's wisdom to you.
Wow.
The flame is but an ember, but steady. So in other words, this is not like a raging fire, okay? This is, how when the charcoals just glow red, but it's strong and it provides heat. And so I'm thinking of hearth and home and providing that comfort, that warmth during a long night. And in the night is the time for you to connect to that wisdom of yourself, of the goddess of Athena, which is beautiful. I just saw you like in the woods and in like a camp, and this embers and this fire, just the quiet wee hours of the morning. That those are probably your best hours, probably your deepest dream time too. So I would say probably between, say, 3 and 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's like key work time for you. That's where you really getting stuff in. So if you haven't been sleeping, it's probably why.
And so just don't forget, so your totem animal to work with is going to be the owl, and that's because owls is associated with Athena. Yep. So the Greek goddess, or Greek or Roman, because they both have dual sides. Most of these goddesses have a Greek and a Roman. So, do your research on that, okay? All right, so.
Oof, I'm like sweating.
I know, girl. I feel so bad for you.
I'm like dying here.
All right. Go and get some AC as soon as possible.
I'm like, I need to jump into the kids' pool. What are you talking about? Oh, we still have to stay tuned because we're still going to pick the winner for the mala, for the angel mantra mala beads. All right. Hold on. I'm having a hot flash. I got this fan. I'm putting it up to full blast. Sorry. All right. Here we go.
All right, we're almost there, girl. Hang in there.
I'm going.
Elekanui e se ayuakuano o ke te ato o kano tuwa ayate kan he te atua hone ke halewe hano tua kana o ne ke mano uhanoe hana ka shashasa o hana ke sasualua hana kano wano wativita ukano wasivita una kane me ha na hoko na hone ke ha no ha he ka e he na o ha ne ke u na ka wani ka no ha sa o leve atua kan he me tiasa u ba tu ke ni ma u ha nu wa su be tia lua ha hakne he ke tu was na u kan ha no wa tu be tia kan he hana he ho ka tu wa was na be tia huna wane kiana was ne hia stove ula he kana is na ha tu wa hano se ke tu wa hunak is na kuna su be sia hona ka so wa tia uhan kan he on he keta uha na hala wasna yi ka wana we kane tu wana wana we e kani wana we ke aso watu wa ho kas tu ba tu he na hono kuana watu wasu wakasi afa no wakuana we te na u kono ho na muna ele se te biwa tu wa kuhuna musene ada vedi aka uha no was no huna ku he se ah ne ke te hom hanu he ha suwan ho kanu we te halua sabeti ha o mana kanetia suwan we ki he si be uno wesnema ula wasta nikete ane watu wanua okuna wanue atune se va tu kanuma.
I am. All right. I think you'll know more than I on that one, but the first message I got was the solar heart chakra covered in green blazing light. There's no little soft, lovey-dovey type of stuff, okay? The primal mothers are here for you. You call us Orishas, grandmothers, but the shells will tell who is greatest by your side. So time to be the power that you are. Stop the fooling around and be in your place of sacred space. We clear, this is the clearing they did for you.
Absolutely.
We clear and cast out those energies that no longer serve and are part of you, but linger, sucking out your energy. We say enough and no more. Be it gone.
Absolutely.
Wow, my hair's all standing up on end.
No, that was they cleared you, and with a lot of people, I don't know if you guys know, like sometimes my channelings are not just a reading. A lot of times they're a blessing, they're a healing, or they cleanse and clear. And they also clear negative energies, negative entities when I'm talking. And when I start with the pointing, I'm telling them to get the fuck away from that person and to move on, or you will feel the wrath of the grandmothers and the mothers, So definitely some clearing that had to be done there, and to be given a message, to a warning, basically given a chance to move on. And if they don't, I have a sort of truth that I earned, that was given to me. It's 3 layers. It's like silver, titanium, and possibly I think it's gold is the other element, and it's a pink diamond sword. And the diamonds are they reflect, so that when something comes at it that's of a negative nature, they can see their reflection, and they can choose in that moment when they see themselves in truth to either flee and say, I want to stay the way that I am, but I don't want to get into trouble, I want to get out of here, or they can decide to transmute and say, I don't like what I see, but I want to change. I want to transmute. And so you would never destroy anything. I just send it back to where it came from, or I transmute it with the violet flame if that's what they want. I have a magenta flame, so I will put it in that, my higher self will put it in a flame, and it will transmute into something that's, not negative. Right. So definitely that was a much, much needed clearing, and you just have to stay on top of it. You just have to make sure that, you do these cleansing and these clearings until you don't have any more. And believe me, I'm the queen of it. I have negative energies and entities around me all the time, and I usually just have to have other people clear for me, because I usually can't clear for myself. And and I know that you had a cleansing done, so beautiful. I just felt like there was just a little bit of lingering, not as much as there would have been before that clearing and that cleansing that you had. So this should really just kind of take care of the last little residual whatever, and then you just have to make sure that you don't invite that back in, either on purpose or inadvertently.
Also remember that we, when we do like videos or put things out there on Facebook, and we're light workers and stuff like that, it's just a matter of course that we're going to have like all kinds of little cords, entities, and things that linger with us, because people are using our energy. They're seeing our readings. They're seeing our stuff. So it's only logical. So what I try and do is, when I get in the shower every day, I just let it cleanse me for that day. All the, any connections or any interactions that I've had with others, that it be of the highest vibration, and that they keep their energy and I take my energy back. So that's always a good thing that I've tried to do on a daily basis, just a little cleansing, so at least I can get rid of some of these things. And then sometimes you just need the big stuff. You just need the big guns to come in and, do that major clearing for you as well. So usually, like Debbie and I, once a month, we'll do a clearing with a friend of ours that is able to work at that level and really release us from these cords that sometimes we're unable to see or do for ourselves.
Right, absolutely. And a lot of times, that's just a common thing. Sometimes we can't do it for ourselves. We can do it for everybody else, but we can't do for us. So, and that's just a common thing. And the other thing is that when we work, we're a beacon of light in like a dark world, and so they're just drawn to us. And what I want people to understand is, just because you work in a light vibration and you're working in these higher realms, does not mean that, and I can't stress this enough, that just because you're a light worker or just because you work in those higher vibrations does not mean that you can't have negative attachments to you, number one. Number two, they can feed off of light energy. Yeah. They don't just need negative emotions like anger and fear and crying. They can work off of light as well, and a lot of people don't know that. And so they're not really, shielding themselves as much as they could, because they think that they're working in such a high vibration that these things cannot attach to them. And let me tell you something about angels. Angels cannot work at that vibration. They can't clear you. So you have to have something like a dragon element or a fire element or something from the lower energies, the lower dimensions, to clear lower dimensional vibrations. It just makes sense, because they just can't get, angels just can't get down to that level to clear certain things,
Yeah, exactly. Okay, girls. Wow. All right, guys, everybody. I'm going to pick, I got the names of our people in here, and then I'll tell you what symbol they are. I've written it down so that we know who is going to be the winner of our malas. So, I'm so excited about this.
I know. I'm just like, I told them, I said, don't send me those things, because I'll just end up having to, I won't send them to.
Oh, should we send it to Debbie? And I'm like, no,
don't send them to me, because the winner will not get them. And you can get these beads at orisoasis.com, ORIS orisoasis.com, and they're just sold exclusively on Dia's website. So, and I think they're only $30.
All right. So. All right. Oh, okay. Let me show you. It's the one that looks like an L.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm trying to figure out whose is what's his. The one that looks like an L one. Woo! Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy.
That's
awesome.
it, right?
Awesome. Yep.
All right.
That's it. I think so. Oh my gosh.
I do my nail clapping. Look, this is my nail clapping.
Yeah, you're so funny. I could not. I don't know how you do things with those things on. I would be like killing myself.
This is short.
Poking my eye out and short.
Look, guys, these are my little flowers. I don't know if you can see them.
They're beautiful.
They're
but I like it's got like a little sparkly thing on it.
Yeah, that little like a little rhinestone in each one.
You're so funny.
Oh, there we go. Give you the middle finger there.
Poke our eyes out.
Let me tell you, I have scratched myself. I have poked myself in the eye.
I'm sure that's exactly what I would do. Poke myself
just
like
one. Yeah, just like, oh. All right, so, and then tell them about who we're tithing to.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm glad you reminded me. Okay, so we're tithing to a nonprofit organization called watersislife.com. So go to their website. What they do is they look like drinking straws, okay? And in this drinking straw, there's like these carbon filter molecules, I don't know what, and it's for children to have safe, viable drinking water. And each straw only costs $10. So hopefully with what we've garnered here, we'll be able to get them quite, a few of them at least, so that I personally have donated to them as well. That helped the community get like a latrine built so that they have, sanitary conditions. But this is something that the kids wear around their neck, and they take it to school with them. And so when they want to drink water, they drink out of these straws, so they're drinking healthy water. Like, how hard is that? And, we spend $10 on anything, folks. Let's say, you walk out the door and get the kids a couple pieces of bubble gum, and $10 is gone, So I think, I just think it's a wonderful cause. I highly recommend that you check it out. And if you feel so, go ahead and send them $10. Send at least support one child to have fresh drinking water, because remember, our earth is water, we are water, our brains are water, and sending that love through the water is what raises the vibration of our earth and of our planet, and we're responsible for that.
Yeah, and everything that's going on right now globally, there's so much negative stuff going on that, if you can raise the vibration by helping a kid out, who doesn't want to do that, right? So
exactly.
It's totally awesome.
Alrighty. Anyway, so I think are we done? Honey, it's like 2 hours later. I think we're done. No, it's not. We've only been on like an hour and something.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow.
But we haven't done one of these in so long, and it's been so much fun. And
it really is.
And we're going to be actually interviewing somebody soon, right?
Yes.
That's September.
I don't know how. I have to talk to him in person.
Okay.
And Tony Walker knows who this is. His name is J.R. Rivera, or Junior Rivera. I'm not sure, because I see J.R. This guy, he's so young, and he just came out with his first deck, and Jasmine Griffith is the one who illustrated his cards.
Is that like crazy? Like, how do you get that? Like,
I don't even know how that happened.
He's like 20-something years old.
I can't wait to ask him how in the world how they got together, because I know the work is beautiful. One of the pictures is she's holding, one of the pictures with the big eyes, the girl with the big eyes, and she's holding a baby dragon, and it's so gorgeous.
Cute.
And I'm like, but I'm befuddled. I'm like, how did you get this? How were you able to get Jasmine Griffith to illustrate? And I'm trying to remember what are some of the things that she's illustrated. The shadows, or was it the Oracle of Shadows and Light? I think one of them. And yeah, and his is, so just really, really amazing. So we're going to interview him. We want to do a hangout on prosperity and abundance, and then we want to do one on star seeds.
That's gonna be cool.
We're going to keep busy this fall.
Yeah.
So absolutely, we're just going to keep pumping them out.
That's it.
Because we're on.
Okay, so why don't we close the circle and just ask our guides and our archangels just to have their loving embrace around everyone and really allow us to help us see the best of who we are, to know that we are divine beings that have the assistance of the archangels and their love for us, and that we are just these divine, perfect sparks of light of the divine source made manifest in order to, create and be part of co-creation. And so when you call in your angels, just thank them, be in gratitude. So we're in gratitude for this beautiful session that we've been able to have, the sharing, the beautiful messages, all of those who participated, and for those who are watching and will watch as you hear this. Doesn't matter if it was live or not or later on, you'll get the messages that are meant for you no matter what. So if you're drawn to this, then welcome and enjoy, and we hope that in our next events you'll come in and join us in person to feel that energy as it's live. Because
let me tell you that we've sent out so many emails to each client. They just get the royal treatment. They got pictures of the altar yesterday as I was setting up. They got Zebu symbols. Each person got their own Zebu symbol and the meaning of it, which are angelic symbols, for them to kind of not only, work with these symbols, but to call in the angels. And you can put those Zebu symbols anywhere. I write them on myself all the time. To me, that's the quickest way to, but you can put them like on a sticky note and just put them on your computer like I have. You can put them at your office at work. Somebody was asking me, well, what can you do for people who are, negative and, really just, annoying co-workers? And you could put Zebu symbols, put them in your drawer. Nobody has to see what they are. Just, stick them in your drawer. And then each person, Mariann channeled these symbols here, some even the Eye of Horus was supposed to be something else besides that symbol or with the Eye of Horus, but I couldn't draw it. So and these are really, a lot of these are really unique. Like, you're never going to see these anywhere else. So I just think that if you have an opportunity to join the next one, go for it. Don't sit on the fence, because everybody also got not only this light language reading today, but I gave them a general reading, and then Mariann also gave, went into the Akashics, got the angels that were working with that person, and a short message from that angel. So and then somebody's winning, mala beads. So it's always fun to join our events and to be a part of it, and I'm glad that, I was asking yesterday, I was like, I want 3 more people, and we got 3 more people last night, and I want to thank her for, for bringing the other 2 in. So awesome, guys.
Yeah. Alrighty, everyone. Well, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy these energies, and we will see you on YouTube.
All right. Bye.